Welcome to the Thrift Store Rundown Travel Ice Tuesdays, and welcome to our version of the Wild West, where one by one, all of these sources are just scalping on by, just trying to get by. I'm not fooling nobody, but in any event, for our first foray at a steakhouse, we're gonna grab deliciousness by the horns, in a way that can actually be good for your health. Sound on, partner, coming up next. It's thrifting time! And don't forget to bring your Stetson and your helmet. For today, we're offering a crash course in healthy restaurant makeovers. And there's our sheriff, Marlene Koch, author of the New York Times best-selling Eat What You Love Cookbook series. This is her restaurant favorites edition, featuring classic and crave-worthy recipes inspired by your favorite restaurant dishes, all low in sugar, fat, and calories. I don't really buy Eat What You Love cookbooks because they're not really that connected to pop culture, save for a few QVC appearances that Marlene has done, to the point where David Venable of In the Kitchen with David gave this New York Times best-selling series, and Marlene herself, his stamp of approval by way of a happy dance whenever she comes on the program and rips up anyone of these scrubs' offerings and much more. But really, enjoying restaurant meals, significantly lower in calories and fat and carbs, you really can't beat that, so long as they taste good and look good. And bonus perk, if you pay 50% off $4.99 for this particular cookbook like I did in purchasing it from 2nd Avenue in Union. Since we're at a steakhouse today, the menu du jour shall be steakhouse and seafood offerings. And we have here 5 photographs of some of the recipes in this chapter to get your mouth watering and your appetite primed for quite an extreme makeover, which isn't really that extreme in terms of ingredients you'll need to find to make these recipes and techniques. No. This is pretty common sense. Let's get started. First up, a guide to perfectly seared steak and seafood. 5 easy steps to prepping and grilling the perfect steak, and the benefits of including seafood in your diet. These photo love-up chapters list the ideal benefits of making your own restaurant favorites at home, starting from the basics. And from those basics, you have one masterful foundation to work with. First up, the spectacular red salad with a balsamic drizzle, a classic shrimp cocktail, crab cakes with a creamy dill sauce. Also, as a delicious alternative to those who come to a steakhouse and don't eat steak, like I don't. I know, quite blasphemous, but I'm just not into red meat as of yet. Anyway, for those people, we have here this Parmesan crusted chicken. When folks flock to a steakhouse to order chicken, you know it has to be good. To recreate Longhorn's famous Parmesan crusted chicken, ranch dressing and 2 kinds of cheese are used to create gooey, cheesy layers atop tender chicken before it's smothered in buttery, cheesy garlic breadcrumbs. If this wonder of a chicken dish sounds deliciously decadent tasting, it is. Paired with creamy all-purpose mashed potatoes and steamed broccoli for a waistline and wallet-friendly dinner that's guaranteed to have your family flocking to the table before that dinner bell can ring. You might want to get a town crier in there because that right there is so gossip-worthy in a good way. Oh yeah, it's going to be the talk of your little western town, or northeastern town in this case. These standard compares bars down below the recipe instructions actually sealed the deal for this cookbook. You wanna know why? Because they list the sources of the original dish inspirations, the original dishes. If they didn't list the sources, the restaurants where these recipes came from, this never would have made it to my channel. Anyway, They give you the amount of calories and fat and carbohydrates from the original recipes, and you compare them to Marlene's version, which is significantly reduced in almost all factors. And why am I placing a particular emphasis on this Parmesan crusted chicken? Oh, you'll see if you haven't already. Anyway, that makes 4 servings. Next up, brown sugar bourbon shrimp, scampi sirloin and shrimp for a little southern tough action, perfectly cooked filet topped your way. I mean, even though I don't eat meat, that would be first on my list if I ever did eat beef someday. And I'm trying to work on it. I've been flirting with the idea, but I guess it's just a health thing. It's not an ethics thing. Anyway, if you fancy seafood, we also have succulent lobster tails with seasoned butter, simply steamed lemon butter, broccoli. Going down with sides a bit more, we have here Lawry-style creamed spinach, another steakhouse classic. Creamy all-purpose mashed potatoes, as referenced earlier in the Parmesan crusted chicken, an ideal pairing there. Chef Judy's molten lava cakes. No-bake key lime pie cups. New York cheesecake with raspberry sauce. Have you ever seen a more beautiful sight other than your first triple layer New York cheesecake? SpongeBob reference for you. And finally, if that's not beautiful sounding enough, how about this? Individual black bottom cheesecakes for 4. A full-size cheesecake is a beautiful thing to behold. So much so, it leaves Patrick awestruck in tears. You've seen SpongeBob versus the big one, right? Hopefully. Anyway, above and beyond the recipes, which also draw inspiration from Arby's and Chili's and steakhouses galore, and even fast food places like McDonald's. Oh, you'll get all the restaurant inspo in the Dare to Compare sidebars. We also have a few chapters on dining out for people who are dealing with diabetes, the right equipment to have on hand, and fridge and pantry staples in terms of ingredients, making smarter choices when you do go out and dine on the original recipes. And again, as far as the recipes themselves go, all practical and common sense to pull off, with cuisine spanning around the world. American cuisine, Italian, Chinese, you name it, it's in here. Mexican, Southern classics, and as I said, fast food fixes. They may not be that fast, but they are fast enough that you can whip them up on a weeknight and not feel any guilt about it. And that is an added perk for any healthy cooking cookbook. Not only the flair and the bragging rights you get for bringing some of that restaurant taste home and scaling it down in terms of all of its guilty pleasures, but the fact that it also looks attractive on the surface, and you're about to see why I profiled the Parmesan crusted chicken. Thanks a lot! Because I'm about to dine on the sauce. Pretty good. That's Longhorn's Parmesan crusted chicken. That's a 12 ounce, by the way. It's the garlic breadcrumb and Parmesan cheese topping with 2 chicken breasts, the loaded baked potato with bacon, cheddar cheese, sour cream, green onions. You know, the classics, the works. There you go. There's something for everyone in here. That might be a bit passé to say sometimes, but I truly mean it. Oh yeah, there are also some menus in here to highlight, like cafe bakeries, featuring some of the recipes from this cookbook, all gathered in one fun little menu that you can try out at home. We also have here Italian classics like a lazy day Sunday supper. This is the menu to check out, in my opinion. Steak or seafood dinner for 2. I mean, talk about hitting a home run for your next date night in. Your fast food fix if you want a classic burger meal and a better than takeout Asian dinner. Oh yeah, it's all in here too. 5 menus, each one of them worth checking out. And one last thing. Marlene's marvelous Cookbook fans stay acknowledged in here. You inspire and motivate her to do what she does. Without you, this book would not exist. Thank you for your support. I sincerely hope you love this book. Hope no more, Marlene. I absolutely adore it. Absolutely adore it. Again, this has David Venables' stamp and happy dance of approval. If you love dining out but don't love the guilt, try this book out. Who doesn't love the creamy, cheesy, gooey, sweet, and fried foods that restaurants dish up? Now you can enjoy them all guilt-free. Imagine luscious Alfredo pasta, fried chicken and waffles, Starbucks-style drinks, and more, with all the crave-worthy taste and a fraction of the sky-high sugar, fat, calories, carbs, and sodium. Whether you are watching your waistline or simply want to eat healthier, you'll be amazed at how easy it is to create these delicious dishes and drinks. Inspired by the Cheesecake Factory, Carrabba's, California Pizza Kitchen, P.F. Chang's, Chipotle, McDonald's, Morton's, Panera, Longhorn, and more. They also include satisfying, not stiffy portions, gluten-free guidelines, and all-natural sugar substitute options, nutritional information with every recipe including Weight Watcher freestyle, smart point comparisons, and diabetic diabetic, I should say. Above all, fuss-free, flavorful, fast recipes made with easy-to-find, everyday ingredients. This retails for, if we can find the retail price, $28 in the US, $36.50 in Canada. All in all, Marlene, Gold Star. What does a Gold Star mean on my channel? All 5 claps. I mean, simply put, if this doesn't put the hustle in your wrestling up great and healthy weekday and weekend meals with a little bit of restaurant flair, what will? And speaking of Weight Watchers, that's actually going to be our next episode. Next week, we're going to take a look at the Weight Watchers Dining Out Guide. Making smarter choices when you go out to eat with the help of the Oprah-approved WW brand. But for now, live a little while learning a lot. As you can see, there are some sweet benefits to learning about cooking and eating on the road. Literally. Thank you guys so much for watching. Those who are on Weight Watchers might want to stay tuned and stay hungry, because I'm going to take care of you guys next week. See you then. Should've used a fork, huh? Oh well. Thanks for watching. Check out more TSR by clicking on another awesome review like this one, top left. And be sure to subscribe by clicking top right. Until next time, I'll catch you on the Thrift Side.